Welcome! We are gonna draw this and then paint using this and then, well, actually we are gonna use this. Okay, hi. So I have a friend in Italy and we send each other letter. I know it's a super old thing and it doesn't make any sense to spend so much money on a stamp. I know, but it's still, there is something interesting about doing that. So this time that I have been in London, where this picture has been taken, I completely forget to buy a postcard. So we're gonna make one and then I'm gonna send it to her. So let's start. When I was there, I went to this store. It's called Graphic Center London, and it was nice because I bought a bunch of things. I bought like sketchbooks, and then this. I saw this one that is super cheap. This is something like €7 or something like that. But the paper here is 300 gram. It's like good paper, okay? Not completely sure about good quality because it's 100% cellulose instead of cotton, but you're gonna try it out. I thought that for the price was actually something that was okay to try, right? And I like the format. It's super nice because it's small, and I can just get one of those, bring it with me, and sketch around the city, and that's pretty nice. About the color, so I almost finished this color, but for another brand that is cadmium yellow. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let's buy from this brand that I don't have any other. No, I only have one color from this brand. Dalerune, I don't know. So the first thing that we are actually gonna do is to sketch it. No, it's not called sketch it. How is it called when you create one of those and then you have these I don't know. Anyway, we are gonna create one of those. So at the moment, my yellow collection, without counting the one that I haven't swatched, it's called swatch, haha. My yellow collection is this one. But okay, let's try to swatch this one and see if it's something that I already have in my collection and I made a stupid mistake of buying a color that I already have. Let's use this nice brush that I bought in Japan for something like €10 or something. And then we're gonna put the color here. Ooh, nice. Try always to remove the air from your tube so it doesn't dry super fast. Okay, and then we dip it in the water, try to activate the brush, and then here we are, brush is activated. Let's grab some color. This is a very noisy palette. Ooh, it's kind of orange-ish. I already tested when I was there, but I haven't properly, because I just went there to buy a color because I didn't bring any with me, and I just want to try on the spot to buy something directly from London. I'm going to Berlin in a few weeks, and if you're from Berlin and you know any good art supply store, just leave a comment. I'm just gonna go and buy something from there. Okay, I add some water and the color immediately disappear. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I don't know. It's a yellow, so yellow does whatever it wants. Let's add some drop of water. This brush is not clean. Okay, let's add some drops to see how it acts. And this is not clean yet because this is blue and I had some contamination in there. Okay, so you're gonna stay there, but this is our color. The light in this studio is not that great, I do understand, but still it's fine. Is this the one that I have? Yes, cadmium yellow. And this one doesn't have any name. This is the Japanese. I just recorded a video in which I watched this, so that's why it doesn't have the color yet. But yeah, this is the cadmium yellow that I already have from Winsor & Newton. Yeah, Winsor & Newton is the base set for if you want to buy the student palette, and this is the color. Definitely much more depth on the new one rather than the Winsor & Newton. I have to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Winsor & Newton. It's the one that I've started with, but I think there are way better than that. So while this is drying, let's sketch our building. My plan for this building is, sorry my friend, you still to go. My plan for this building is that to create a quick sketch and then add the yellow, maybe on the windows and on the sky, and that's it. So we are gonna keep it super minimal. I know it's a lot of things going on, so I have to focus on few of them. But it will be a quick sketch just for my friend to see how the city is. So let's start with the shapes that are the most relevant. So there will be these, then these, and then it goes down. Here everything is messy and confused. I will keep that in that way. So no actual crazy line, but there are a lot of bushes and stuff. So let's keep it very messy, okay? The tree, we're gonna sketch it maybe quickly. Then there is this huge thing here with no windows. I don't understand. Maybe they want to make another building here. That's why there is only these teeny tiny windows there. I don't know. English architecture always surprised me. I think I'll get rid of many things, like these things. The lamp can go. Many of those things, everything can go. I think the ground would be just quite an easy. I think I will start from here. So let's go, and it will have something like this, and then it goes up in a very strong shape, then it goes down, and then it goes on the right, and then there is this teeny tiny thing here. Let's go there. It go down, and then that's it. And then it goes up in here, it goes up in there, it's a little bit higher than this, and then it goes there, and then from here it's something like this, and then straight to the ground. Now, my friend, she's an architect. I'm pretty sure she will appreciate this kind of sketch. So then she can study it and then come back to me and be like, hey, Elisa, you know, the building you shared with me, there is actually this feature that is very interesting, and it's super important in the architecture of that specific period because this, and that. And I know I'm saying in a very obnoxious voice, but the reality is that whenever I talk to her about architecture, it's super interesting because she knows so many things. So I'm actually glad that she tells me all those kind of things, to be honest. So yeah, not complaining at all about having somebody, teaching me stuff every now and then. Okay, now my line is all wiggly and not stable, but I think it's just because I want you to have, a very quick sketch. So I don't want to care about it that much, Here would be like this. Okay, we are done. Then the most important part of English architecture. Those things here, they're everywhere. Seriously, they're everywhere. I don't know. I guess it's very cold, but I have friends that lives in UK and they're like, yeah, our houses are so cold. And I'm like, how they could be this cold if they have so many of those? It doesn't make any sense, right? Seriously, UK people that had always been in UK for their whole life, please let me know why. It doesn't make any sense to me that it's so cold. Okay, then there is another one here. Let's put it in there somehow. And then this is going here, and again we have on the chimney. Now my proportion is going everywhere because this would be the distance between those two, but I've done a mistake of going in details before finish the actual thing. That is something that I'm struggling recently a lot to try to get rid of this thing. I think it's just better if you start doing generally the whole thing and then you go into details. But I keep making the same mistake over and over and over. So if you find yourself that have a good way not to do this, let me know. Because otherwise my friend will receive a very not accurate building and she's gonna be pissed. No, just kidding, but it's kind of annoying and I have to get rid of this habit because otherwise You know, not fun at all, because now this is all messed up. Of course, my friend doesn't know how the building actually looked like, but I'm messed. I don't like it. Okay, so now we have this, and then here there was this, and this, that. Here there is some sort of rectangle for some reason, and we are good. Let's not overcomplicate this. There is a window that is open, but we are gonna keep it closed. Now let's go down to the ground floor. That would be something like here, and let's build those trees with a lot of lines. Something like this, something like this, something like this. Then there is this tree, we can put it like this. Something like that. Just single line goes everywhere. And then we will have the wiggly thing. And then I wanted to have this part here. So let's go down to the ground, other bushes here, okay? And then here there will be this white thing. They should be just a little bit bigger, something like this, right? And here it goes down like this. Now let's add this, and then see, the issue is that when you go on details, you lose the whole thing. And now my door, it's very small, and that's not nice. And then your architecture friend will tell you, but that door, it's weird. And you're like, yeah, I know, I messed up. Because of course, that's the voice of your architecture friend. Okay. We forgot this. Well, you have done nothing. You didn't stop me. Duh, you should have. Then there is the teeny tiny lonely window, and I'm sorry for your friend. And then there is this pipe that I like, so let's add it in here. And here are antennas, because those things are everywhere. And I haven't finished this at all, so let's finish this. Yay! Okay, let's add a bunch of windows. Here there will be a window. And there will be a window here. And then there is some pipe going on here as well. Let's make it dark. Here there is the same door thingy, but it's covered by the trees, so we can keep it kind of like a sketch or something like that. There is the door, and there is the other thing here, and then there will be like another window here, another window there. It's getting messy. The thing is that I don't want to draw, I just want to paint, and that's it. And maybe add a window here, and at this point I'm really going completely randomic without taking care of the reference at all anymore, you know? Architecture barrier and other things, completely randomic. Then maybe we can add some bricks every now and then here, you know, something like this, just to have the feeling that there are bricks, you know, something like this. And then here, same for the tiles, something like this. Here everything is messy, so let's go messy. Also here everything is messy, and there is this thing here, the tiles, something like this. We're going somewhere. Maybe we can add a fence randomly here, because reasons. Don't ask you, you're not my mom. Nice. And then I will ask my friend, hey, can you spot the difference? I'll send her the photo, and she will be like, yeah, everything is wrong. It's fine. Ta-da, we finished it. I don't want to overcomplicate this. Now, the fun part of this process is this. This is Uniball 1 from Japan. And the ink in this thing, it's not water resistant. So it's gonna be fun, because then when I am going to add the color here, most probably it's gonna go everywhere. And yeah, I already done this, and I know that this is a problem, but I don't care, because I really like this this pen, so I keep using it no matter what. And at some point I think it becomes just part of your style, and that's it. Okay, now we have this super bright yellow, that it's beautiful. I really like it. Today I bought other watercolor, so there will be new watercolor sketching at some point in this channel again. Okay, this is the plan for this, and then I want to have the window to be of the same color. Even the teeny tiny lonely window over there. I'm gonna ask my friend why there is only a teeny tiny lonely window there, because I'm sure there will be a reason. Like, the only thing I can think of is that at some point somebody decided not to keep going with these buildings and just stop there. But couldn't they make it a little bit nicer? You know, that's the only thing I'm asking. Now here it's very empty, so let's add random things like other bushes and maybe some of those thingy here, randomly placing something like this. Don't complain to me, random stuff are everywhere right now. AI is taking over the world. But yeah, this is it. So let's get rid of the real picture. This will be the postcard for my friend. Maybe we could add some splash just in case, because I still have a little bit of color here, so I can get rid of the whole thing. And that's it. This was 15 minutes for today. And just for you, for the reference, this is the color when it dries up. So it's gonna be like this. This is the color itself. Have a nice day. Bye.